then we can also then bring them to the present. And so through the miracle of modern magic, I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman named Cyrus Avery. We're going to bend the rules as she talked a little bit, and through this miracle of imagination, we're going to allow the side to comment both on the past and the present, sharing just a few words about the father of Route 66, a visionary, a storyteller, an entrepreneur, and a true Renaissance man, Mr. Cyrus Avery.
It is a true pleasure to be with you all here today, back home in my home that I love, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, I've been on the road talking with road associates. Please go ahead and clap. Didn't mean to introduce you, man. And it's good to be here at this event. Anybody who knows me at all knows that I love picnics, parades, and parties. In a word, I like a little hoopla. Y'all love hoopla? We're going to have a good time together then this afternoon here. I'm very pleased to be here because this represents a vision of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And that's what we'll be celebrating. This is an interesting opportunity for me to come from 100 years ago and look at all that's been accomplished. And Mr. Busby here was up on stage about an hour ago, and he was talking about, let me see if I can, I need to move around, Ken. I think better when I move around when I think, and I know you have questions.
I do.
So I'm not going to be too long here.
Okay.
But to listen to him, and the city manager of Claremore,
yes, sir.
Hometown of my good friend Will Rogers,
Yep.
who said, I never met a man I didn't like. And bless Will's heart, he was a better man than me, because in my process, Ken, I've met some men that I did not like, and likewise.
Yeah.
So we'll get this out of the way now. You may have heard some things about me. You may have heard about the land that I donated, that then suddenly Route 66 come right through the land. I have battled with governors. I have battled with congressmen. I have battled with newspapers, the Tulsa World, other newspapers. I will tell you this. I may be a damn fool, but I am not a crook. Rest assured on that, all right? All right, Ken,
I believe you.
You wanna
I can
ask me some questions?
I can ask you some questions. I'll just sit over here and I'll ask you some questions.
I might have to stand up and move around.
Well, do you want me to stand up with you, sir? What makes you
comfortable? Be comfortable.
Okay. What I really want to talk about, because you truly are a visionary, and you were a visionary, and so what I really want to talk about though is, can you talk about how you saw the importance of the national highway system? I mean, you're looking at this, and this opportunity comes. How did you vision that?
Well, Ken, growth is transportation.
Yes.
Transportation is commerce, it is security,
Yes.
and it is communication.
Okay.
Now, following the Great War, now I'm very proud to say that here in northern Tulsa, northern Oklahoma,
Yes.
we raised $750,000 in war bonds during the Great War.
Yeah.
Now, two very important things happened after the Great War that were seminal to the birth of Route 66. And these were called the Transcontinental Motor Convoys. One took place 1919, one took place 1920. 1919, a young, ambitious lieutenant colonel named Dwight Eisenhower led that. Have you all heard of Eisenhower?
Oh, yeah.
He was at Fort Leonard Wood.
Yes. Yes, he was.
They took a convoy of military vehicles. They took the Lincoln Highway, 1990, took the Bankhead Highway, Washington, D.C. to San Diego in 1920. What they found out is as they went further west, they got mired in the sand, in the mud, in the muck. So our leadership knew that we needed a national highway system. Now, this was not built from scratch, not by a long
that's true.
shot. We had the Pony Express, we had the trails, we had the railroads. Now, Ken, I am fond of quoting men who were much smarter and more accomplished than I am.
All right.
And one of them was Lincoln.
Yes.
In 1862, Mr. Lincoln said that there was nothing more essential for community security and unity of the country than the railroads.
Oh, yeah.
The national highway system had a lot to do with the pathways of those railroads.
Absolutely.
Now, at the time that we got real serious about this in 1920s, now in about 1912, I got started with the Good Roads movement. This was also crucial
It was.
because cars caught on.
Yes.
And the more cars we had, the more fatalities and accidents we had.
Yep.
By 1921, there were 8 million cars in this country, 1.5 million accidents, over 13,000 fatalities. Good roads means grading.
Yep.
Good roads means paving. So that was the first thing I got involved with.
Which
Good
is
roads.
Good roads, yeah. And you had some help from Teddy Roosevelt too
Well,
during that time. Or would you say you got help from Teddy?
I would say I quote Teddy all the time.
Right.
Dare greatly. Want to get anything done? Dare greatly. Another thing that I also quoted often from Mr. Roosevelt, President Roosevelt, was this: do what you can from where you are with what you have. How many people know that quote?
Yeah.
Take it and use it. When people complain we don't have the resources, we don't have the time, we don't have the money. Everybody talks about money, Ken.
Absolutely.
If
We
I can-
do today too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That joins your time
With
my
yours,
time.
absolutely.
It is not enough. It is not enough to give your money. I have been very blessed. Oil was struck on my land. My businesses have done well. My boys Gordon and Leighton
Yep.
are in business with me. I have been very fortunate. My father and I came to Veneta. I was born in Pennsylvania. We got in a Conestoga wagon. I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Following the financial panic of 1883, when my father lost everything. So I'm not afraid to start over.
No.
Because I've taken my lumps, Ken, we're going to talk about those.
Yeah.
So the national highway system was important for security. It was important for commerce. It was important for unity and growth of our great nation. I think
Awesome.
I'll sit.
You want to sit a minute? All right, sit a minute. But this question will probably make you want to get back up again. I don't know.
Oh.
No, just sit up straight. It's
I
okay.
trust you, sir.
Oh, that's right. But what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in trying to put this together? Was it battles with the states? Was it what were the biggest challenges and the hurdles that you faced?
One of the first things on the national level that I got involved with was the Joint Board for Numbering the Highways.
Oh, yeah.
Picture this, folks, in your own life, whatever it may be, whatever work you do, when you get a bunch of people together to get something done. We had 50 to 60 people show up representing 250 different trail associations.
Yeah.
Ken, I wound up, I suppose, by accident and by design, negotiating the conversations with those people.
Wow.
One thing I loved about the presentation that we heard about an hour ago was that everybody is working together.
Yeah.
And everybody had to work together. That was a big challenge.
Yeah.
Just coming up with that highway numbering system,
Sure.
locked in a hotel for a couple of weeks to come up with it. That came back to bite us.
It did, because you had a real battle with Governor William Fields of Kentucky.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
We did. In 1926, we had made great progress. There was a lot of associations that sprung up. I was president or chairman of many of them. It seemed whenever I joined anything, I wound up running it.
There you go.
Be
A
it
born
banks
leader. A
or
born leader.
associations.
Yep.
Well, I
Right.
think so. And a visionary.
And a visionary, truly. And that's what they were looking for.
I think they were. Well, it's an interesting thing. Let me tell you this. And you probably know this too.
Okay.
They will come up to you and they will say, well, they'll say to me, Mr. Avery, sir, we would love for you to sit on this board because we need a visionary. We need people who think big. We need people who think out of the box. And then you open your mouth and they
Yeah.
say, We never did that before. That's never worked before. And my time's precious.
Yep.
So I tell them, you've never had Cyrus Avery before. And so we did. We got things done.
Yeah.
One of the other big challenges, like you said, we thought we had everything worked out. We had the route from Chicago, California, all worked out. Route 60. That was our route. That was our number. Well, I do not let the moss grow.
Right.
So I had created maps. We had created advertisements. We had created road signs. Spent considerable money, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
The key to the money, and I heard you all say this too, split it local, split it state, split it government. That is one thing that Roosevelt and others worked with us on. You put in some money, we put in some money. This benefits local, this benefits state, this benefits national, but it benefits everyone. So, yes, with the governor of Kentucky, I suppose the modern vernacular was he was not getting his love with the highway.
Right.
We was running north.
Yep.
And so he blocked us. He wanted 60. We fought for 4 or 5 months. My good friend in the Missouri highway system, Mr. Pikemeyer, and I fought hard. And we made enemies. And we went to Congress. And other people didn't like we went to the Congress.
Right.
We went to the state and the Congress didn't like it. There were many, and you can read them. They are out there. You can read very strongly worded letters. Till finally, 4 months later, I got a letter. And it said, Mr. Avery, if anybody can get this done, if anybody can bring this to an end, it will be you, sir. And so I agreed.
Yep.
They wanted us to take 62, but I said, give us 66. You think that worked out pretty well? I think it did.
Bobby Troop got a song out of it.
Well, yeah, I've been thinking about this. See, this is a nice part about coming forward through time, which we don't normally get to do.
I know, which is nice.
Get your, well, on Route 60. Get your kicks on Route 62. Get your shoe. Get your clue. Get a clue.
Get a clue on Route 62.
Don't think so.
No.
All right. So, any more questions?
I'm pretty good, unless I think we could actually talk to Joey maybe for a little bit. You want to talk to Joey a little bit?
Okay. Well, it was good to come through time to talk to you all. And remember, I've been hearing something that's wonderful, Ken. Very forward thinking.
Okay.
We're celebrating the 100 years next year, which is good. But we're celebrating year 1 of the next 100. So do me a favor. Don't forget old Mr. Avery.
Put your hands together for Mr. Cyrus Avery.